Is it soup yet?
Yes.
Hey, it's time for Thursday Night Soup. Join Doc, co-host Jeff Kendall, and many other famous celebrities as we discuss music, movies, and just plain cause havoc across the internet. And now, get ready. Let's welcome Doc Docus.
Yes.
I want my Thursday night
It's
soup
Alice.
now!
Do it. Oh. Hello, all you 6 people. Wow. I tell you, there's changes to YouTube right now that they're, going nuts, trying to change the screens and some of the buttons and stuff. And I'm going like, okay, start the show. Where did my buttons go? But anyway, yeah, it's going now. So hello. Yes, it's time for Thursday Night Soup. Oh, we hope we have a real exciting show for you today. All kinds of stupid things will happen. Maybe some people will show up. Could be, you never know. All kinds of celebrities are out there just fighting to get on this show. But in the meantime, we've got one celebrity right there. Yeah,
I'm
look,
back.
it's Parlogram.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us, Parlogram.
Thank you. New server, and I'm ready to go.
Oh,
Well, his cap is brown. My cap is blue. So
looks the same to me. I'm colorblind.
yeah,
Okay.
might be.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's Tim Allen. You might remember him from Home Improvement. And Last Man Standing.
Yeah, falling on hard times since then.
Yeah, well, we'll try to get you. We'll try to get you back on track. Yes. So we'll start off with the 3 of us.
Yes.
And we'll even see who's out there, way over there. James Farley's here. No, not the same old soup. It's different every week.
A new soup, yes.
Yes, and like, share, and subscribe, and all that if you like the soup. Yes. Look, AZ Mick is here.
Hey,
Yay.
Mick.
Yay. And oh, is that it? Oh, I think that's it. Oh no, there's another one. Richard James.
Right. Well,
Late. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. What? Can I get an autograph from Man? Yes.
which one?
That one.
From him.
Because he played Man in that.
From Man. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it was his most famous role. Was that of Man?
Doc, I just got an idea. Some random Thursday night, we should all be here, but you should just start playing like an old show and see how long it takes anybody to notice.
Yeah.
Wasn't that from 1964? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh no, he showed that up before. Yeah.
What's this? I wish I could get rid of this
heart in the corner.
What heart?
You mean his Beatles heart?
No, I know what you mean. That thing that YouTube added a while back, the hearts, 100, and it gets in the way of the last comment. I don't like it either.
Okay.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. YouTube is making all these weird changes.
Yeah, they've been. Well, is anybody else's little thing on the bottom going pink at the end besides mine now? Yours is now, Doc?
Yes, I have noticed it.
It wasn't the other day, but mine is.
Oh, I noticed it a day ago. I'm going like, is that pink?
What little pink thing we're talking about?
Well, down
when
in
you
the
watch
bottom.
a video, if you have your mouse on the screen moving it around, you see a red line across your screen. But now the red line fades to pink. And I don't mind it so much, but the little ball at the end of the red line is still red. And I'm like, that should be the same color as the pink.
Well, I don't know. It's a little bar that you can scroll across the video to make it faster.
Yeah.
And I noticed
third world problem. First world problem.
I got it too. And there's something about the mini player that they've changed.
Oh yeah.
So everybody's going like, I don't like that mini player. Change it back. Change it back. We don't like it. So some changes are not going well with the general public. No.
Well, they never do.
Well, I guess these changes are like, I haven't seen anybody complain about the pink progress bar. But
well, I have. This is my second time.
Okay, but the mini player is getting really bad reviews. Nobody likes the mini player. But, like they're sitting there in their offices going, oh, we have exciting news. Look what we can do. Like, no, sorry. No, thank you. So for those of you who have YouTube and have a creators page, this thing comes up that says, oh, exciting news from YouTube. And I watched a little of it. And they were like dancing up and down. Oh, YouTube is so much better. And all that. And then I scrolled to the comments and like, no, it's not. So I didn't watch the whole thing because time was of the essence. Like, people wanted to see this wonderful show that we've got going on here.
Yes. We've been on for 6 minutes and 35 seconds. We have 3 open spaces.
We do.
So if you want to come up and say hi or whatever.
Yeah, we know James Farley's just itching to get up.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah,
anytime.
Whatever. Okay. So in the meantime, we usually start with, hey, got anything new, guys?
Anything new? I know what you got, Doc. So you're kind of broke, right? Because you got that new car.
Oh, yeah, I got a car.
Yeah, Doc got a car. So
I couldn't afford any records or anything. I had to buy it.
My thrift store doesn't sell cars.
Oh.
Do you have anything new, Tim?
Well, wait a minute, Jeff. Hold on.
Okay.
They said I bought a car.
Yeah, Doc's car, yeah.
That's my car right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 2 days old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you took it.
Does it still smell like a new car?
Special white room to have it photographed.
Yeah.
That's his actual car.
That's his car. That's a
So
car.
that's it right there. That's exactly what it looks like right there.
Mm-hmm.
Same color and everything. Boom. So yeah, no records, no CDs. I bought a car.
Doc got a car. That's his Christmas present too.
It has to be.
Yeah.
You can't buy anything else.
Sorry, you got a car. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Now Jeff can show what he got.
You want Tim go first or me?
No.
No. No. We'll have Jeff go first. Go, Jeff. Go.
Okay. Well, this is an item left over from last week because Sunday I had some problems. And are you watching Danny Ambrosi? I've got the very best of Alice Cooper, Mascara and Monsters, 22 characters. I really enjoy this CD. And this was another Goodwill.com CD. If you see something on Goodwill.com, get it, or they're going to take it off real quick. Somebody else will buy it. This was $4.50, including tax. It's very good. I had to replace the front cover, but other than that, it's a really good condition. Also, another Goodwill find. This was another $4.50 CD, the very best of Gilbert O'Sullivan. And see, I have to replace the front here. This is the Rhino CD, or one of the Rhino CDs. And I was noticing Gilbert O'Sullivan had a run of hits in the 70s, and he had his last hit in England in 1993. It was with Peggy Lee. So he's had.
Yeah, that's a newer one than what I have, because mine doesn't go near. Mine stays in the 70s. I think.
Okay. Yeah, this one goes up into the 90s.
Wow. Is that all there is?
Yeah, no, it's called something else. It's called, let's see, I can't think straight.
All right.
I never heard of it, but it was in England, so there you go. Now, the last item was kind of controversial because I bought it at a Goodwill store for $1, and some of us say it may not be a really good Who album, but it was 99 cents. Endless Wire, and I got it, so I'll listen to it. And if I don't like it, I'll file it away somewhere. But it was $1, so it was a Who for $1. So and that's it. That's what I got.
I was waiting for Tim to say that famous line.
It's in my opinion probably their worst album. But
Okay.
it's
Okay.
just
So
it doesn't sound like the Who. It's very like new wavy, but it's came out after new wave, and it just doesn't. It doesn't sound like
actually the Who. What he said was, "I hate it."
Yeah.
Well,
he said he hated it.
I don't love that album. No, there's nothing on it I like. There isn't one track I like on it.
It's just as pooey as that new Who album that came out.
Well, that's a masterpiece in my opinion compared to the one that Jeff just showed. Yeah.
Okay. Gur's here.
Hey, Gur.
Okay. See, like I said, it was $1. So will you stop it?
Yeah, it's almost like there's no guitars on it. It's a Who album, and I'm like, well, what is going on here? I just didn't like it at all.
Whoa! We don't want to get violent, Jeff.
No violence. He was just sitting here, and I said, "Get off."
I just said, "Whoa! Get out of here!" Yanks. Oh, whatever.
Yes. Well, like I say.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if it's fabulous, but it's pretty good. Especially again, I've always said if you get the Target version, my favorite song on it is one of the Target bonus tracks. So you need the Target version.
Oh, so go do your shopping at Target. Do they have any Target
stuff? Oh yeah.
Oh, they do.
They don't have a whole lot of stuff. They don't have too many albums or CDs anymore.
Yeah, I remember Mr. Mayo going to Target while he was at his Oklahoma wedding, and I'm pretty sure he bought Now and Then.
Yeah, but they don't have that no more. They're changing. But I
no. Targets have so little now that it's no. They might as well just not sell any media because they have so little of it. What's the point?
Now my Goodwill is drying up. They haven't had any. They got some CDs in the other day, and they're all Spanish.
Mine got probably 100 CDs in, and they're 100% religious, and that's great if you're into. But I'm not
that religious.
So oh well.
So I mean, you find something that what'd you do, Doc?
I wanted to talk.
Go ahead, Doc. I'll stop.
Hi. I thought I would grab a CD off my vast shelf at random.
You do that.
Pull something else. Oh, and this is what it was.
Oh, okay.
The Definitive Rod Stewart.
Definitive Rod.
Yeah. Definitive Rod. Look. 2 CDs worth of stuff.
2 CDs of Rod Stewart goodness.
Yeah. So, I think if you want a best of Rod Stewart, this is probably the one you should find.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. So go run to your local Target and see if you can avoid all the cats. And
don't run to your local Target; they won't have it.
No, they won't have it.
My definitive Rod Stewart would probably be 4 songs, but I could probably cut it down to single if I really.
Yeah, well, I have the red. Greatest hits that was issued in the 70s, I think, something like that.
Rod Stewart was best in the faces as far as
he's talking. Ooh, Doc, you having a drive?
That's somebody driving by. Somebody driving by my house.
Oh, look, Doc! Look at that car. Somebody's leaving in that gray car. Yeah, that gray. Wait, you come back from my.
No.
And even those early Rod Stewart albums everybody likes is pretty much the faces just under Rod Stewart's name.
You mean the one on Mercury?
Yeah, Maggie May. Maggie May is the faces.
And you wear it well, and every picture tells a story. Yeah.
Ron Wood's there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the faces. Anyway.
Maybe that's why the early Rod Stewart stuff was so good.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because the faces were great.
Yeah, until later on when he started doing the American Songbook and all that kind of stuff. Nobody cared about that. Now I find those in the thrift stores kind of often.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, but that stuff's okay. The problem with it is he didn't start the trend, but he popularized the trend.
Now my mom had the first one, the easy listing one.
Yeah, well,
my mom played in her car. Yeah, that one was pretty good. After that,
I just found this. I was going through CDs the other day, and I just found this. I didn't even know I had it. Speaking of that kind of stuff.
Oh no!
This is one of Bob Dylan's, American Songbook sort of CDs.
Oh, okay.
This came in the album. I forgot that it came in the album, and I must have taken it out at some point. Mm-hmm. Forgot about it, and just went, hey, there it is.
I've got no answer to this, Peter. No.
Yeah, I know. I don't, Peter. Sorry.
That song was pretty hot when you're 18. When you're in your 60s, it's kind of like, oh, that song,
Seems to be a problem at the Kendall house with overabundance.
He's speaking. Lay down. You just place right there. Lay down and hush. Thank you.
Buy him a toy.
Back to the street.
You know what's happening, Doc? I just figured it out. Every time Jeff goes and gets plasma, they pay him in cats.
Yeah. Yeah,
you go.
Right.
I don't know. They're pretty noisy tonight.
Well, one of them is go in the bedroom and lay down, silly.
Wow, Jeez. Good heavens, get a muzzle for that thing. Dang. Wow. Oh well. Okay. I wrote down something here that
okay, what'd you write down?
Well, what did I write down? Oh yes, we just had a bunch of people inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, they're not inducted till springtime, but they're nominated for whatever.
Well,
anyway.
All right. Okay. Well, anyway, we have our first batch of names.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if you guys agreed with the nominees.
I can already tell you no. I don't even have to hear it.
Oh, come on now.
Unless it's Davy Jones, Peter Tork, Michael Nesmith.
No, I'm afraid they're not on the list. No.
Warren Zevon and Nick Lowe. I'm not going to be interested.
No, they're not on the list either. But we have their names here.
Who we got?
Like we've got Mary J. Blige.
Oh yeah, great. I love, man, back in the 50s when she was playing that super rock and roll, that was amazing. Oh wait, no, she's a rapper.
I don't know who she is.
Well then, okay, well we'll redeem the list with Cher.
Okay. She's been around a long time, since she has.
I think she's had enough hits in the last.
Yeah.
Are Sonny and Cher better already being there? That's all I got to say.
I think so.
They left Sonny out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they better both be in there. Cher should not be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before Sonny and Cher. There's no way.
Well, who can deny that big song, Dark Lady, laugh and sing and wave her magic.
I don't even know that song. Never heard that song. So.
Oh, come on now. Everybody knows Dark Lady.
Yeah. I don't. Never heard it.
And who's next?
Wasn't a hit where I am.
The Dave Matthews Band.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Wait. Okay. Here.
Music to take a nap by. Next.
Oh.
It's not rock and roll. It's not. There's nothing rock and roll about the Dave Matthews Band. Nothing. Okay.
It's a snore fest. Okay. Well, what about Foreigner?
Not bad. Good. 70s '70s rock.
Pop heroes and all that kind of stuff.
Sure, a lot better than Journey. Foreigner's a lot better than Journey.
Well, slightly better than Journey. Not a whole lot.
Everything's better than Journey.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, how about Peter Frampton?
Yeah, he's had a pretty good career because he was in Humble Pie before he was came alive and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Frampton Comes Alive was huge.
I noticed though, Peter Frampton's walking with a cane now. I hope he's doing okay.
Oh no!
I passed up a Peter Frampton DVD today.
All right, let's see what you think of this one. Kool and the Gang.
Still waiting for the first rock and roll act to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. I haven't heard one yet.
I don't know who does the choosing here. You know, like are they polling people? Or are they just going off the top of their heads? You know, like, hey,
haven't been in yet. Yeah.
How about Kool and the Gang? Don't they deserve to be in there?
No.
No. Well, I know this next name kind of deserves it. Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Because I think Black Sabbath's already in, aren't they?
Yeah. So
yeah.
well,
he sold a bucket load of records in his solo career.
And he's got a new box set coming out.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to see how he is now. He doesn't look too well, but he's still with us.
There, Steve. Finally got some reaction. Like, I vote for In Excess or the
Partridge Family. Yes.
Well, we're still waiting for the Monkees. So, like, if the Monkees ever get in,
Partridge Family is going to be a little while.
Yeah. And, at least last year, Warren Zevon was nominated. He didn't get in, but he was at least nominated. Right. Something.
And he didn't get nominated this year. Hey, wait a minute.
No, he didn't get nominated.
What happened? Okay. One more name. One more name. Yes. A Tribe Called Quest.
What is that? Does it sound like a documentary?
Bad state of affairs.
A Tribe Called Quest?
A Tribe Called Quest.
It sounds like a documentary about cavemen or something.
Doesn't sound good, does it?
No.
Where do they get these ideas? I don't know. Yeah. So, like, A Tribe Called Quest.
Well, you have any Tribe Called Quest CDs?
Of course not.
Okay. Does Tim have any Tribe Called Quest CDs?
No.
Okay, neither do I, so I don't know who they are. So.
Not even the cats do.
No, the cats don't.
Even the cats.
Well, they don't play anything close to rock and roll. So I don't. I think they should start. I think Gladys Knight and the Pips, Frank Sinatra, and Metallica should all be not put in the country music Hall of Fame now. If this sort of thing is happening, then every Hall of Fame there is. The R&B, the Black Music Hall of Fame ought to have Buddy Holly in it, and it's a rock and roll Hall of Fame. It's not the music Hall of Fame. It's the rock and roll Hall of Fame, and not one act in it plays rock and roll. Foreigner's a rock band. It's not rock and roll. There's nothing rock and roll about them. Neither is Ozzy.
A Tribe Called Quest is a rap group with a rapper called Q-Tip.
Oh, I got a couple of Q-tips right down here.
I've got a whole box of Q-tips over
there. The bathroom, I got a box
this is the thing. If there's ever a rap Hall of Fame, you can guarantee they won't have rock people in it or country people in it, or so I don't understand it. I gave up on it a long time ago, actually. So
if they had a rock Hall of Fame, it would contain Aerosmith.
Right.
See, there you go.
Ace, don't you agree? No rappers in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No.
He agrees.
No country singers like Dolly Parton.
No country singers on Dolly Parton.
If you're an influence, like Johnny Cash is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and he should be, because he was a big influence on a lot of people that made some really good rock and roll records.
Yeah.
Influences are okay, but I don't think Q-Tip has influenced anybody to make any good rock and roll records.
I don't think Dolly Parton has either. No. What has Mary J. Blige done for rock and roll?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if Peter Boothroyd was a rapper, he'd call himself MC Cotton Swab.
Okay, Cotton Swab.
Well, it's a fight with Q-Tip. Yeah.
Q-Tip and Cotton Swab.
Yeah, they can collaborate. Q-Tip and Cotton Swab.
I wonder what he has on his driver's license. Q.Tip. Or what?
Probably.
Q.Tip.
Because otherwise, no one would ever know. Like, I don't know who that is. It's just some guy in a Mercedes. I don't know who that is.
And I'm Q-Tip.
Oh, yeah, look at Q-Tip. Oh, that must
Mr.
be the guy who
Mr. Tip, yes.
Wow.
Yep.
What were you going to do something violent there, Jeff?
No. I just have my fly swatter here.
Oh, so if the cats are bad, they get up.
There you go.
That'll teach them.
There you go.
And that doesn't hurt. That says, ouch, I better not do that anymore. You know?
You can't
wait till 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm trying to sleep. But
so does anybody want to see my thrift store purchases or no?
Yes.
Oh.
You see, because you said me, and then you talked about.
Well, yeah, because I like the last few weeks, I just have movies, so I go last because nobody really cares that much about.
Oh, okay. Well then, the Tim Allen show begins now.
Next.
Well, this is my most expensive purchase. This was $1.50 because everything's still 50% off, or 50% off for media. I picked this up on Blu-ray because I don't even own either movie. I own on Blu-ray. Stripes,
Murray movies,
Groundhog Day, and they're on 2 discs, so it's fine. But the thing I find interesting is how much older Bill Murray looks in the Stripe picture than he does in the Groundhog Day picture, which was like 10 years later.
It doesn't even look like him in Groundhog Day.
I find that odd. It's just touched up so much that anyway.
He must have been using Q-Tip.
This was 50 cents. The lady charged me 50 cents for everything today, and I don't.
Oh, great!
Blu-ray for 50 cents.
I didn't have this, so now I have Blazing
that's a
Saddles
good.
Blu-ray. Believe it or not, I've never seen Blazing Saddles.
What?
That's a good film.
Oh, come on.
Nope. So
Never ever.
And one star of Blazing Saddles
I got that.
lives
and then
in the hometown with me.
Hell is for Heroes, Steve McQueen. No idea. It's still sealed.
It's a war film.
50 cents. So I bought it because it's still sealed. And it's 50 cents. Still new. Don't know this film either, but I like westerns and Branded.
Ooh.
Okay, that's okay. It's not the series; it's a movie.
Yeah,
Okay,
this is a movie.
Ladd. Okay.
Alan Ladd movie. Yes, Branded. No idea. This is supposed to be real. This is the most important film about the French Resistance ever made. So it's La Bastille du Rail. This is a French film.
Okay.
Again, 50 cents. I bought it. See.
Is that supposed to be Wolverine on the cover?
Where do you see a Wolverine? It's a guy.
Because he's there and he's got these big claws coming out of his hands.
There's no claws. He's sitting in the back of a chair.
I see 2 big claws coming out there.
There's no claws. There's no claws.
And
I picked up The Outsiders, which is a film I think people overrate, but
it was made in Oklahoma.
I've only ever watched it once, so I'll give it another watch. It's just so 80s that, well, late 70s, early 80s that, Anyway.
Hooray for Zoe Trope.
The Outsiders. Okay, now we're into, it's still 50 cents, but I got these the other day. I've seen this so many times, and I love martial arts films, and this is going to be some sort of parody. I don't know, but Six String Samurai.
Oh, starring Buddy Holly. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no idea.
So does he play a guitar and do karate at the same time, or?
Apparently. See, look, there he is.
Where's it? Oh, he's got a guitar, or is that a samurai sword?
No, it's a guitar. It's a guitar. He's a six-string samurai. So that's
okay. Interesting idea.
What's she talking?
And Billy Joel's Greatest Hits, Volume 3, the video.
Okay.
It's different.
So this will just be his videos. Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing this before.
Yeah.
I've never seen it before.
99
that up. And last but not least, Leonard Cohen, I'm Your Man. This is going to be, I'm pretty sure, some sort of biography kind of thing on Leonard Cohen. I like Leonard Cohen. So,
marked down from $4.99.
Luminaries in it.
Oh, okay.
There's your Talking Heads. So yeah, that's it. That's
stuff. Yeah, that Blazing Saddles is a really good film.
Oh yeah, that's a monumental film, I would say.
That's
I don't think the guys who are getting in the Hall of Fame too quick either. If you could put in a Tribe Called Quest in before the Guess Who,
I agree.
Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Hello, Groovy Lisa. Hello.
Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
Hey, Lisa.
And if you like to check the cast list of the movie Blazing Saddles, there was a star of the movie Blazing Saddles who was born in the same town as me, and I'm still living in that town. So if you look down the list, this cast of Blazing Saddles, that town. Okay. So
Dick Butkus.
Yeah. No, it's Cleavon Little.
Yeah, I was gonna say I knew who it was. I knew it was Cleavon.
I actually met his cousin. Then I told you the story about it. I met his cousin. He was trying to be a DJ, and I was trying to train him. And the next night, they arrested him for breaking into the radio station.
Whoops.
Was his cousin Little Cleavon Little?
No, I don't know.
So much for the
kind of like
Little. Yeah. So he didn't make it.
Yeah, he didn't make it. So he's going to break into radio.
He was a criminal Little.
Yeah. Well, I don't know whatever happened to him because that evening I was shutting the station down and I was going down the hill and I turned around and there was a pickup truck sitting behind the station. So I called my PD and he called the owner and he said, just wait for me. And the PD came out and we went and we called the cops and they arrested him. So
I said, goodbye, Mr. Little.
Goodbye, Mr. Little. I don't know if he was in the pokey or anything. He was just arrested that night. So
and look at this. I recently watched Beatles songs that annoy me. It is so funny. Sound effects and my comedic timing were perfect, especially She's a Woman and I Want to Tell You. Blast from the past, I guess, right?
That's an old one, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that was like, ooh. Like, hey, I've been doing this for like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of stuff made in the beginnings that I think one of my favorites from when I started this was I Don't Want to Do This Anymore. I think that was the title. It was like, I'm making these stupid videos. Nobody's watching them. I don't want to do this, or I don't want to make a video anymore. Whatever it was called, something to that effect. And I thought it was one of the funniest things I'd done, and nobody cared. So, geez.
Your mice having a.
I don't know. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Something collapsed somewhere. What the hell? Somebody pushing a refrigerator down the stairs.
Yeah, so you're in there by yourself?
Well, in this room, yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I don't know what that was. What the? Okay, so building's falling apart. Let's move on. I don't watch stock. I watch Rick Nagy and Professor Rock.
Yeah, look what I pretty tied that.
Oh,
You just got it.
No.
Run outside. Wait, you. Yeah.
Now let me see. Now let me see. Rick 9G had another one this morning. Something about the Three Stooges that they don't want you to see this. And there's like a little arrow in the frame. Like I don't know what. I'm not gonna click on just to find out that. Oh look, they were doing a Western and they got a picture of Hubert Humphrey or something. I'm like, yeah, I don't care.
I know the Three Stooges were doing some kind of something in 1969 or 70 and had to quit because Larry had a stroke, So.
Oh, well, Rick 9G claimed he knew when the stroke was. Shut up. Do you watch that guy? I used to watch him when the stuff it made sense, but he's gotten so clickbaity in the last maybe years.
I don't know who he is, so I don't watch.
He was this little guy that. Welcome to my channel. Oh, I'm so sweet. I'm glad you could come, and I'm going to tell you a bunch of bullshit. So whatever. Have I planned my road trip west? Yes, I'm going to Amherstburg.
Go where?
What? No, west. Oh,
okay.
No, Detroit.
You're going to Detroit?
No, Detroit is north.
Okay. Oh, is it? Okay.
For all you geography people out there, where I am in Canada is south of Detroit.
Oh, okay.
So when Journey sings "Born and Raised in South Detroit," oh, you mean Canada?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. So, yeah, screw Rick 9G. Professor of Rock had something about. Oh, what was it? Somebody. Oh, I can't remember what it was. But like,
Mm-hmm.
it's always one of these. Like, oh my gosh, you'll have to watch it to find out what it is. No, I'm not going to spend 20 minutes watching. No, I haven't seen. It's too light polluted around here. I would have to drive someplace way up away from here to go check these things out. I heard you could see them like a week ago. How about now? Yeah, well, this is true. In Windsor, the northern lights are the Detroit skyline. This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. There we go. Yep. It's like looking at New York, kind of compressed.
So you and Robert P. are going to have a puppy taco. Go for a ride in your car, right?
Maybe.
Okay.
Nothing has been said yet.
Okay.
Hey, wait! Come back here. We'll talk about something you like. Come on back. You fickle people, you. We're gonna go watch the other show. It's more fun. Come on. We're fun people. Just because nobody wants to type over there. I don't know. They turn it on and go to bed, or what the hell's going on over there? What are you people doing? All these.
They put it on and sit on the couch, and
Yeah, they must.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Typing is half the entertainment here.
Part of it, yes. Ask a question, anything.
Exactly.
Yes.
We may even welcome trolls again.
No.
True.
Oh, okay.
Here's a comment.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Good
been
shows.
watching Little Rascals, Beverly Hillbillies, and Dark Shadows all at once.
How
Wow.
far have you got in Dark Shadows, James? Which time period are you at?
How many years did that show run?
66 to 71, or maybe
5
72.
years? 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. It was on daily, right? Like a soap opera.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A year or two ago, they put out a box set of that, and it was literally no lie. Like it was And they weren't all in individual cases, or they were
Okay.
packed in there as they could get.
Early days, yeah. But see, now you can get Dark Shadows for free on the Tubi channel.
Whoa. Well, don't tell them that. They'll all run and go watch Dark Shadows.
Because I still, to this day, I watch chunks of the show. My favorite storyline is down the road a little ways from James Farley. I won't say a whole lot. It's the 1897 flashback. It was very exciting, and we had a new character who turned into a werewolf on that part. So James, you've got some exciting stuff to watch.
Yeah. I see Joe Mayo finally watched the Werewolf of Washington.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He loved it.
He literally was sick. Like of all the times, like I'm gonna watch this thing when I've got a stomach ailment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tubi. Yeah, see,
Tubi.
Tubi.
I was ready to listen to him talk about it on the movie show tonight, but he didn't do it.
I think that movie ended up in the trash. Or he might have saved the cover to it there.
Yeah,
I haven't edited. I've seen the movie, but I have an edited version. I've got the Elvira version. So
okay, that's probably the
I've got like 6 Elvira CD or DVDs, and one of them is Washington.
Yeah, but doesn't she do commentary sort of in the middle of it?
Well, yeah, it breaks up, and if you watch it without her, it's still the exact same movie. It's still the exact same cut. It still fades when it comes back to her, and then so it's not a good way to watch there's no point in watching the movie without her, actually.
Yeah, there's several DVDs of movies that Elvira has hosted. I have a couple of them in there somewhere, but
I've got a few of them, but I haven't watched most of them, but I did watch Werewolf of Washington.
I don't think Joe understood that it was a comedy. So when
it's comedy, but it's not very funny, I think, is a problem.
Well, they tried to be, like the bowling scene where he's half a werewolf and the ball is stuck to his hand and stuff like this. Like, what's going on? And he's got to run away every time the full moon comes out. Gee, where did Joe go? It's a comedy. I guess just wasn't up Joe's alley, I guess. I don't understand. And he had to run to the bathroom for stuff. So.
Was anybody going to be digging out their scary movies for next week?
Well, I can get Bohemian Rhapsody out.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty scary movie.
Yeah, and Anchorman. Yeah.
If you find things that aren't factual scary, Bohemian Rhapsody is a very scary.
What else I got over there? Oh, Attack of the Clones. Ooh, that's a frightening movie.
I watched the scary movie tonight.
Oh, tell us about your scary movie, Tim Allen.
I saw. Well, it has 2 titles. It has I'm trying to think of the first one. The Night of the Doomed, I think. Well, a lot of people know it better as Nightmare Castle.
Oh, I've heard of it. Yeah.
It's a Barbara Steele film.
Yeah.
Plays dual roles as main character and then her cousin. And it's your typical. It's not a Hammer film, but it's your typical Hammer Argento kind of gothic horror film.
She was good with those in the 60s.
And it was okay. Really good print. I got it off of YouTube, but a really good print of it. I mean, it looks as good as any other DVD I have. And, so
yeah, for me, I've been binge watching Boris Karloff's Thriller series. I really enjoy that series. I have it down there, but if it's for free, why pull it out? You can watch it for free. Click, click, click. And he acted in 5 of the episodes, and the rest of them are pretty good. One of my favorite episodes that he did not star in was one called Yours Truly, Jack the Ripper, where Jack the Ripper lives on through the decades and he's alive now. Back in the early '60s. It's a pretty good episode. I enjoyed it.
Hey, Jeff Kendall, I thought you were a big fan of The Thin Man.
Yeah.
Well, then run to eBay because I guess Warner Brothers is putting out a whole Blu-ray set of The Thin Man.
Are they? Okay. Well, I'll think about it.
Thin Man's great.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that they're all great because they did so many, but the first several of them were really good.
I have the first one on DVD.
Am I the only person in America who have not seen Rocky Horror Picture Show? I've not seen it.
I haven't seen it all the way through.
I've seen it.
I've never seen it.
I've seen it. It's not. I get why it's a midnight movie. It's better if you see it with friends and.
Well, it's like a party movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, bring your toast and bring your ray.
Throw stuff in there and
Like, and well, I guess the time warp is a.
And I've always been told if you go the first time, they try to drag you up on stage, the movie playing, and you try to act out some of the scenes.
Do you do the time warp again?
Yeah, on the stage. Yeah. See, I've never trusted my friends enough to go see a movie, so nope, I'm not going to do that. Yeah.
The only time I went to a theater and it was like the party atmosphere, I guess, that Rocky Horror has. They had a Three Stooges marathon.
No. Mm-hmm.
And I says, let's go see this. And it was one of the most fun times I've ever had in a theater because it's like watching a bunch of movies with 300 curlies.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody was doing woo, when the time comes.
No, they're talking to the.
Yeah, well, everybody's reciting the movies. So you got an audience of 300 curlies and well, Larry the cheese. Larry the cheese. Yeah. It was fun. It was fun. So hey, why not?
I bet it was. Yes.
It was fun. Yes. So like we all knew the shorts. It's not like shut up. I want to hear this. No, it was like everybody knew what was going on. So we were just all reciting the lines. So like it was actually pretty fun. Oh, question. Tim, what's the name of that YouTube channel that plays silent movies?
The one. There are actual YouTube channels that play. They have lots of silent movies, but I watch the Silent Comedy Watch Party, which the guy's name is Ben Modell. But he doesn't. You can go there and watch tons of old ones. They've got 2 or 3 years of them up. They're not doing a new one till just before Christmas. They're hoping to get one in before Christmas, but because they haven't been doing it. But it's the Silent Comedy Watch Party. You can find it under that, or just look for Ben Modell.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, most of these silent movies would be under public domain anyway, right?
Well, that's that. Yeah. They actually did get a stream shut down once, and they had permission from the owners of the film, and they were like pretty upset about that. And so was the owner of the film because he's like, I gave them permission.
But if you knew the title of a silent movie you want to see, just type it in the search.
It might be there. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't most of the time. But yeah, there's tons of channels with Laurel and Hardy and all.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's the more obscure stuff that you want to see, and that's why the Silent Comedy Watch Party is good because they can show 2, 3, or 4 films. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, very rarely, they'll show 4 1-reelers because 1-reelers are pretty short. But most of the time, they like to show either 2 1-reelers and 1 2-reeler or 2 2-reelers. Mm-hmm. most shows are 3. You get 3 shorts, 2 10-minute shorts roughly, and a 20-minute short roughly.
Now, do they show any of the Laurel and Hardy silent comedies?
They were waiting. I think they've only showed 1. They were waiting for them to hit the public domain, which happened late last year.
Yeah.
So I think they showed 1 after that happened, but they showed several of them, separate. Just Laurel or just Hardy. Before they got together, they showed many of those. And
so
they
let's see. For public domain, what are they up to? 1929?
At least.
No, I think 29 now, because it gets 95 years is what it is.
Yeah.
So because Laurel and Hardy started their sound comedies in 1929, so next year will be 1930. So gosh, like Frankenstein would be public domain in a couple of years, and Dracula.
Yeah, but they might change the laws again. They changed it for the Beatles, and they might start changing it for movies because of sound coming in. Who knows, But I can't see them extending over 100 years. It just doesn't. Nobody deserves to make money from something for 100 years. You might own a copyright, but 100 years, the person that did it is dead. And their children there's a good likelihood that even their children are dead. So, how long are you supposed to survive on somebody's money something that they did over 100 years?
Yeah, but when you're like an heir or something, and that's where you're expected to make some of your money off of a movie that would
it shouldn't last forever. It shouldn't. It doesn't. It doesn't in literature. I mean, Mary Shelley's family isn't still making money from Frankenstein, and they shouldn't. There should come a cutoff point where this is done. You've made enough money from this. Now, because there is such a thing as the public interest. And the public interest should actually come first. And the public should get access to this for a cheaper cost or no cost, and that's why, Barnes and Noble and companies like that can put out these like nice hardbound books of Frankenstein with like really nice covers and illustrating everything for like $8. They can do it because they don't have to pay authors and all of this. All they have to do is focus on their own costs, and that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. And it goes for music and movies and everything else too.
That's why they're trying to get all the money out of the Beatles now before.
The copyright law got extended because of the Beatles, which is just absurd.
Oh, those stupid Beatles.
It used to be 50 years. That was it. It used to be 50 years, and because of the Beatles, the copyright law got extended to 75 years.
Yeah, so they're putting a ton of stuff right now so they can reap the benefits.
And that's why one day you walked into FYE and all those non-legit CDs that were filling the bins were gone, and suddenly FYEs were like empty. There was one point where FYE had more illegitimate CDs than legitimate ones in the bin.
Yeah, so next year, 2025, will be 1930 then for public domain.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Well, we'll see, because
see what happens.
The lawyers are probably working on that as we speak.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Coming up soon. Oh no, Tim Allen has not seen this movie before.
It's a great film.
Nope, I haven't seen it.
It's a great film.
Probably one of the first comedy classics, perhaps.
Yeah, because that was a big year for him. He made that one, and he made Young Frankenstein in the same year. Really good films. Few films.
Yeah. Take a message.
Get the phone, Doc.
Somebody out there watching. Let's ring his phone and see what he does. You. Is either that or a telemarketer? Because
only 3 rings. Does it go to message after 3 rings?
Well, hang on. They gotta leave a message, maybe. But
to leave a boop at the beep.
no, I mean, you ever get telemarketers? They call like 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
And you pick up the phone, and there's like nobody there, and it has to click, and then hello, is this?
Yes.
And I did like, hey, you know what time it is here now? I don't appreciate you calling me at 9 o'clock at night. Just get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
That usually works. Yeah.
Yeah, you pick up. Now, see, for me, I can see who's calling me, and if I don't recognize the number, I don't.
Well, it does that on my cell phone, but not on this phone. I don't see the red light flashing, so I don't see anything left.
Yes.
There are some tracts of land on that movie.
There are. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I had to think about it. Yeah. Really good tracts of land. Excellent tracts of land.
What does this mean? Tracts of land.
Watch the movie and you'll find out.
There are some tracts of land in that movie. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay. Moving on. Aside from there's no message on that thing. So whatever it was hung up. Some of those things they don't even talk. Like the last one I got, I picked it up and it was silence, and then it went click click buzz, click click buzz, click click buzz. So, your stupid robot thing doesn't even work. You answer the phone and click click buzz. So who knows what that could have been? It could have been political. A lot of political stuff going on right now. Are you going to sanction this person for? No, I'm not voting for anybody. No, I don't like any.
You're from Canada, though.
We got politics over here. Don't worry. There's politics everywhere.
One more thing. You were talking about tracts of land. There's some really good tracts of land in another Mel Brooks movie called The Producers. So
I've got tracts of land.
Tracts of land in that movie too. So
I've never seen The Producers.
Producers, pretty good film too. It's a good tracts of land.
Yeah, I've seen The Producers.
I've never seen The Producers.
Mm.
I've never seen Slipper.
Watch some Russ Meyer movies if you want to see some really good tracks of land. There's heaps and heaps of amazing.
I caught one about 19.
Meyer movies.
What is this?
No, I'm going to skip those movies.
Yeah, this is not an R-rated stream, so we're not going to.
Behind the green door.
Yeah, we're not going to.
No,
there might be some little kiddies watching. Turn it off now. Turn it off now. Yeah.
I'm not probably of age to watch those either.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be influenced.
Mm-hmm.
No, just go watch Star Wars again.
Star Wars, or watch one of my classic horror films, or
you better hurry off and watch Joker #2 because it's being pulled from theaters.
Nah, I'm not interested in that film.
Yeah, they pulled it out of 1,200 theaters on the past weekend. So that's not a good no.
I saw at my theater they have a senior night. So I went out and saw the new Alien film, which was pretty good.
Okay.
And I saw the Ronald Reagan film, it was pretty good. So I saw 2 films this year. And I got to see some popcorn. My son didn't want me to have popcorn, so I had popcorn. So
oh, James Farley. I don't even have any of these even lined up. Just for James Farley. I'm in my 80s
and I feel great.
There you go. There you go. I think that's the first clip I've shown all show. I didn't even show. I bid you welcome even.
Yeah, you're.
Oh, but I will say that hey, we are coming up on halfway.
Mm-hmm. Commercial time.
And you know what happens halfway? It's time for station identification and it's time for a commercial. So let's show a commercial, okay? Gotta find one. Doing this is so tough. Okay, good enough. This one.
Emergency! We're under attack!
Fire News Zoom. Zoom, the Big Eyes Lolly with 3 flavor stages. And exciting new picture cards, free. Zoom.
It looks like that one guy. That one guy in the commercial looked like he was wearing a hairpiece.
They're all wearing earpieces.
I know. Yeah, they're glued on.
And if you want more of that kind of stuff, get your MeTV tunes on in the middle of the night. You get it.
Yeah, if you're
hour block of those things.
You can't sleep, you can watch that stuff in the middle of the night.
I'm sorry, but I don't remember the father of the Thunderbirds ever leaving the little bunker that he lives in. I don't know what he was doing on the spaceship.
No, he doesn't, because Tracy Island has everything.
Yeah, Tracy Island. He's never left Tracy Island in his life, so I don't know what he was doing on that.
Like who's ever there, well, they have to get off the island to do anything, but no, him and Granny there and Tintin, and they don't leave the island. They just stay there forever. Whatever they do. So Tracy Island is it, and that's it. And we're going to launch our Thunderbirds, and that'll.
So is Tracy Island? Is Tracy Island something like Gilligan's Island? They can't get off the island.
Well, no, that's just their base of headquarters.
Oh, their headquarters base. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where does that blonde girl come in that drives her? Has the chauffeur and everything.
She's their London agent.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah. And Parker, who just recently died.
Yep.
Wow. Who knew? Wow.
Oh, the girl just recently died.
No. And that would have been a death of the week easily.
Yeah.
If I knew, but no, I found out too late.
I was just showing.
Died. So, wow. Oh well. Sorry about that. But hey, even Ron Ely, who just died, he didn't die a couple of days ago. He died a week ago. They just announced it. Yeah. Like what were they keeping it a secret for a week for?
I don't know, because he was Tarzan. He was in that movie Doc Savage. I saw him on some Love Boats and some other things, and he became a writer. He was a writer, and then he died. Yeah. So
I researched him a little this evening, and he died a week ago.
Yeah, and then there was also
a week ago.
A famous baseball player that died.
Oh, Fernando Valenzuela.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Boy, that's tough company there. Is Tracy Island like Jeffrey Epstein's island? I don't know.
Oh no, everything's made of wood, so you know.
Well, it depends. Does Jeffrey Epstein launch rockets and vehicles and stuff?
Well, technically, yeah.
But it's too bad the Thunderbirds weren't a couple years after they were, because it would have been funny to have an episode where the castaways wash up. The island they wash up on is Tracy Island. That would that would have been a very. You got a Gilligan puppet and a Skipper puppet and a Marianne puppet. And,
Ginger puppet.
Wow.
That would have been great.
That would have been comedy gold.
Interesting.
I guess I need to read up on Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, but by then it'll be too late. So I'll probably forget. Oh, gee, here's another Rick 9G video. So I reported him on the last one.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Or. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, you know how there's the 3 little dots in the corner?
Yeah, you hit the dots.
So I hit the dots and I had reports. So I reported it. You're not getting away with this one. You know, like, oh, Bewitched got canceled because of some affair. Shut up. I hit report.
No, I just got the perfect Thunderbirds. the crew and passengers of the SS Minnow get washed up on a desert island, and the Tracys are notified. And then the episode is the Tracys rescuing the castaways from Gilligan's Island. But the end. So it's not funny. It's a serious, just like they all are. But at the end, they bring them back to Tracy Island, and Gilligan goes, "Oh no, not another island!" And that's how it ends.
He's still around.
Yeah.
He does something having to do with child stars, something like that.
I seen him sort of.
Yeah, he's still around. Yeah, he's still with us.
Yeah, yeah. I forget what the connotations were, like why, but yeah. And he doesn't live with a bunch of sea monsters either. That's
not anymore. That's been a long time ago. Oh, it's something having to do with.
He just lives with Buffy or Jodie and Sissy.
Yes.
Or Buffy and Sissy.
Something about Sissy too. Oh, what was that? That came up in my recommendations. Had Kathy Garver. Oh, what was that?
I've seen her in some television commercials recently.
Okay, but she had something on YouTube that Kathy Garver something. Can't remember. I went like, maybe I should have wrote it down. But so Kathy Garver apparently what?
Well, John Whitaker has some kind of deal where child actors, they make sure their royalties are not stolen or something. You know what I mean? Because so many people, like Jackie Cooper, the child star, had all his money stolen from him.
Well, he was the first one.
Yeah, he was the first one.
And they passed a law against that. But that was like back in the 30s?
Yeah, but John Whitaker and the guy who was in the Donna Reed show, Paul Peterson, kind of worked together. That kind of thing. So,
Uncle Bill!
Oh, God. What a show.
Fortunately, they've taken Family Affair off.
Darn it.
No, they've replaced it with Make Room for Daddy.
Oh, okay. Well,
so I watched a little of it this morning. They had, what's his name? Hans Conried on there. And you're like, oh, look, there's little, what's her name there? Penny.
Angela Cartwright.
Angela Cartwright. They had little Angela Cartwright there. Oh, what a cute little girl. So.
And they're also the actress who played the bigger sister had an interesting. She was a bombshell in movies, and she played on a Star Trek episode and everything, and she was in there too.
Okay. Daddy must have been fat if they had to make room for him. Well, his nose was.
He was. That's what I think John Whitaker and Paul Peterson are, I believe, something like that.
There's Jackie Coogan and Jackie Cooper. Don't get them confused.
Yeah, Jackie Coogan was. They were both.
One grew up to be a cop on the Rockford Files. The other one grew up to be Uncle Fester. They're two different people.
You can't mix them up.
No.
Two different people.
Jackie Cooper wound up being a director. He directed a lot of the Rockford Files, actually.
Yeah. And I figured out that Jackie Coogan
Cooper with Perry White.
Yeah, Jackie Coogan was in films with two silent film stars. Can you tell who they are?
Well, Jackie Coogan or Cooper?
Jackie Coogan. One of them is real easy. The other one you probably wouldn't know.
I thought Jackie Coogan was in the Little Rascals. You don't have
Jackie Cooper was in the Little Rascals.
No, you got him confused. Jackie Cooper is in the Kid, if that's what you're talking about.
No, Jackie Coogan is in the Kid.
No, it's Jackie Cooper.
And Jackie Coogan was also in a movie called Oliver Twist with Lon Chaney Sr. It doesn't exist anymore.
I think you got them mixed up.
Wait a minute. I get a 5-second close-up of Jody's smile till it's awkward and cut. What is that?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm hoping that nobody stole all that money that Robbie Rist got from his 6 episodes of the Brady Bunch. I'm hoping he got to keep that money. And
Charlie
nobody stole
Chaplin
that
would
couple
have
of
been
$1,000.
with Cooper.
Yeah, that's Cooper. I'm sorry, you're wrong, Jeff. That's Jackie Cooper in
And DB Cooper, that's something else.
the Chaplin movie, and it's
Alice
Jackie
Cooper, that's another story.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jackie Cooper always looked the same, and if you watch The Kid and then you watch an episode of the Rockford Files with Jackie Cooper in it, you could tell it's the same guy. He never changed. He looks just like him. He just is a grown man now, but it's the same guy.
Cooper played like one of those.
I think you're wrong unless you're looking that up, because
I don't think Coogan was in the Rascals. Cooper was, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I watched The Kid recently, and I'm like, that's obviously Jackie Cooper.
He didn't play Porky or Buckwheat.
No, they didn't. They had their own characters. They weren't,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this happened. I read somewhere else that when Robert Blake was doing Beretta, he tried to get Spanky McFarlane to play the Tom Ewell character, and he said no, he didn't want to. Because I think Stymie was in an episode.
Well,
if Jackie Cooper had a child with Penny Marshall, it would have been named Copper Cooper.
Oh, yeah. Copper Cooper. Oh, man.
I wish I'd have known who Tommy Ewell was when Beretta was on, because I would have been more interested in his character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I read he really tried to get Spanky to play the Tom Ewell character, and Spanky just didn't want to go back into acting.
Oh,
so, it would have been interesting.
That Spanky, jeez. I'm sure he would have been perfect for the part.
You would.
Yeah, You want some of this, Uncle George? You like radishes, Uncle George?
Please, just one more bust. That's my favorites.
That is one of my favorites. And it's been banned too. So I'm glad I have a copy of it.
Oh, really? How come? Because of Franklin
Well,
Palmer?
because of the African American.
I thought you talked about the one that I had talking about, the poses or whatever, because of Franklin.
No, Yum Yum Eat 'em Up.
Oh, okay. Yum Yum Eat 'em Up. That was 1933, for God's sakes.
Ooh, just about ready to fall into public domain.
Mm-hmm. Couple of years. Would have to look it up.
I don't know.
Yeah. Because I've seen pictures of her.
It was probably Madge Blake.
No.
Wasn't Jackie Cooper friends with Buff the Magic Dragon?
Could have been. Yes.
See, Dan likes the Stymie and Weezer era.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Alfalfa and Spanky.
Yeah. I don't like Alfalfa at all. Let me check. Miss Crabtree. Right?
I like the Alfalfa. Of course, I grew up on the talkies anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't show the chubbies and the
Chubs.
Yeah.
Let's see. Give me a bit.
Yeah. Jeff's looking it up. He's using his mini computer to check go to Google and do all that kind of stuff. Well, she was a looker among lookers. Ooh,
her name was.
Is that a clue? June something?
June
Lockhart.
June Marlowe.
June Marlowe.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a looker.
1903, and she died in 1984. So she was 80 years old.
Oh, boy.
And it says she was an actress up to the 70s. So,
James probably likes Farina.
Yeah, Farina actually started in the silent ones.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
they
kind of transferred or whatever from Farina to Buckwheat.
Yeah.
When they brought Buckwheat in, it was Farina's sister.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then so was Stymie was Farina's brother. Supposed to be. It's all the same family.
Oh, I'd never heard that. But
No, I like the early for Spanky. I like the early Spanky ones. By the time Alfalfa came by, I just forget it. I don't like Alfalfa at all.
I don't want no Darlas, and I don't want no Butcher.
I like the early Spanky when he was like 4 years old. He was the star of the show.
No, but they just brought in new characters, but it was the same plots. Even in the silent ones, there's always a bully, and there was always a cute girl that one of the guys, it was always the same sort of thing. It was just different characters. They would age out.
Yeah.
The Cooper was in the Rascals, not Coogan. And the Champ. That was Cooper.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of the Champ then. Okay. I'm thinking of now I got because I know I just watched I seen both those within the last year. It's the Champ that he looks the same. All right, I got it. You're right.
And Farina Catchow was
and the kid confused.
Who could forget that, eh?
Yeah, this is true, Dan. That's why I like him so much. Well, he was like 3 years old, and he's the best one on the show.
Well, he was so damn cute.
Yeah.
Like I was 2 feet tall, running around and saying his lines. Even I was like, "How does that kid do it?"
Yeah. 3 years old.
Like, he had to be super intelligent at 3 years old to memorize lines and do stuff like that. That's amazing to me, really. And no wonder he's a scene stealer because all eyes on Spanky. Like, how does he do it? So maybe there were strings.
He was the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what he was. He did the Spanky for 15 years.
He left. I think he left about 1940 because he was in his 17 or 18 by then, because that was when Mickey Gubalatosi, who became Robert Blake, was on there, and he was real young. But Spanky was about 17, 18 when he left the show.
That's pretty old, actually, to be a little.
From 3 to 17, I believe that's right.
Well, I don't know. The Dad Ed kids, some of the Dad Ed kids were in their 30s when they finally gave up being the Dad Ed kids. It's like, wait a minute.
Well, that's no worse than the Welcome Back Cotter gang being in their 40s and still being in high school. But, sometimes just
that was a tough guy on the show. He later worked at a television station.
Wow. Joe Cobb was pretty good. Who was that?
Joe Cobb was the biggest. He was the first fat guy. He was before Chubby Chaney.
Before Chubby.
Chubsy Ubsy.
I don't know. Fatty? I don't know.
No, Fat Joe Cobb was his name, and then he was replaced by Chubby, and he died young. And I don't know who Chubby was replaced by. That's early ones.
Yeah, because once it got into the Spanky Alfalfas, there was no Chubby.
No.
Oh well. Robert Blake played a psychopath in the Rascals.
He was like 8 years old. It was kind of a young psychopath. Yeah.
Ooh, scary. Ooh. Joe Cobb was very corny. You should get a job on another show, like maybe the Canadian Stud Muffin. Like he
Okay.
welcomes comics like you.
The Fatty Liver Report.
Yeah, I agree. After John Travolta left, they should have canceled the show.
Well, even Cotter left the show.
Yeah.
so like.
You know, I just happen to think, you know, Jackie Cooper directed and played a police chief on several Rockford Files.
Mm-hmm.
And the interesting thing is the guy that played Jim Rockford's father, Noah Barry Jr. Noah Barry was the star of The Champ with Jackie Cooper.
That's weird.
Whoa!
Weird. Yeah.
Yep. And his father, Noah Barry Jr. looked just like his father.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's another kid that died young. Froggy. I think Froggy was hit by a car.
Yeah, but Froggy was way later.
Way later, yeah. Right before
that's weird. I'm thinking about now people that had kids in films and look just like them. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Like Lon Chaney Jr. doesn't look much like Lon Chaney.
No,
but
a lot.
now I can't think of his name. Alan Hale. And Alan Hale Jr., if you put pictures of them at the same age side by side, you'd have a tough time saying which one was Alan Hale and which one was Alan Hale.
Yeah, in the early days.
Those two looked exactly alike.
And Kermit replaced Froggy.
Yeah. Alan Hale was in Robin Hood. And
Robin Hood, he was in
it's the skipper. You swear the skipper's in Robin Hood, but he's not. It's his father.
He did a movie with Humphrey Bogart, and he actually wore the captain's hat. And those two
guys. I mean, sometimes the kids look just like them, and sometimes they don't.
I think they made about
the new Our Gang movies. They're so forgettable, you know.
Well, they must have been somewhat successful because I think they made about 3.
Yeah, they made 3 of them, but still, I mean, just like I like the original ones. You know, to a certain.
Well, yeah, but you know, kids don't know.
No, kids don't know.
So like, buy them for the kids, put it on. Whether they were any good or not, I've never seen them.
Because I think I saw the Little Rascals when I was in junior high school, and I asked my dad, and he said, "Oh, they were making films back in the 30s and 20s."
Sure.
So I didn't know. So I didn't know who they were. So
yeah, what does Hunts Hall Jr. look like?
Oh no, I don't know. If
probably isn't a Hunts Hall Jr. Thank goodness.
Because he's another actor that acted almost up until the end. Because he was doing children's television in the 70s.
Oh, Mr. Rogers?
No, like the Saturday morning television, that kind of stuff.
What the?
He was in some. I think he was in an episode of Far Out Space Nuts. Show with Bob Denver.
And what's his name? Chuck McCann.
Yeah. And he was because he acted up to the end.
Like the Little Rascals, that end kids, you know, who was on top and most popular and blah blah. That all changed during the years. You know, it didn't start out. I mean, Hunts Hall didn't join until later. Yeah. And Leo Gerosi, or however you pronounce his name, he was just a minor guy in the beginning. A guy named Bobby was the leader of the gang, and
it was okay.
Changed.
Those Addams Family movies were pretty successful.
Yeah, they're okay. Mm-hmm.
They made 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, they made 3 of them, but the third one sucked badly.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say they were worthwhile because they were big success. They're over on the shelf over there. I was an Addams Family more than a Munsters guy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I kind of like both of them.
I did like the Wednesday thing when it came out, except it was much too long and too much like Harry Potter to me. You know, spooky Harry Potter.
So you're like me, Doc. You remember them when they were on network television.
Oh, Adam's Family, of course. Yes.
Oh yeah.
I was there for first run, sure.
Yeah, I was young, but I remember that.
I've got the complete series over there.
I got some of them.
Leo Gorcey and Archie Bunker.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. I don't know much about the dead end kids, whatever you call them.
They did a couple of films with at least one film with Bela Lugosi that was pretty good.
Oh, did they all? You know, Abbott and Costello, Frankenstein.
There's so many. I mean, they started out in studio films,
right?
You know,
and
by
also,
the time they were done, they were on the bottom of the. They're on like Monogram and companies like that. They were you know the bottom of the barrel as far as film companies.
And also one of the Bowery Boys or what it did in kids, his name was Sunshine Sammy Morrison, and he was in the original Little Rascals.
Yep.
In the silent.
And he was also he would show up in a lot of just as a bit part, but in a lot of I can't think of his name. God, I hate getting old. Talk about every week. The guy that hung off the clock.
Harold Lloyd.
He was in a lot of Harold Lloyd shorts too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that guy that hung off the clock, that's the only thing I've ever seen by him.
He's good. You should
he's
see
a really
more.
good stuff.
I've got a DVD of shorts from the 30s, like talkies, and they're not that great, but they're interesting to watch. And it's the only movie from the 30s I've ever heard where he swears in it. And I was so taken back. I've never heard anybody swear in a film of that vintage before.
Really?
No, I saw that there was a special about him on PBS called The Third Genius, and it was pretty good. It talks about when he lost part of his fingers.
Yeah,
he had a prop bomb, and it went off too early, and he lost. Did he lose his thumb and one finger, or his thumb and two?
I don't know. I think he had two fingers missing on his.
That story sounds like it needs to be a YouTube video. Like, Harold Lloyd swears in a picture.
No, he does. Somebody looks bad, or like he's going to his girlfriend's house or something, and he walks in and her hair's like a mess or something, and he goes, "Man, your hair is shitty," or something. Yeah. And it's just like. I'm just like, did I just hear that?
Other than the first one, probably not.
And I mean, this would have been before the production code, so you know there wasn't any law against it or anything, but he still didn't do it. They did it.
Wow. Well, we'll leave this for Tim. You like Amityville horror flicks?
No, I don't like horror flicks.
Other than the first one, I'm not really crazy about him. The first one was okay. Other than that, oh hi Calvin. Are you okay? Are you okay in Florida? Are you kind of rebuilding and everything?
He's on the East Coast, so he should be
not so bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cameraman's pretty good with Keaton. Yeah.
Why didn't Harold Lloyd die on the set? Very lucky.
I don't know, because he outlived. He didn't. I think he died in the early 70s, 72, 73, because there's interviews that exist of him in the late 60s.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that stuff is just trick photography and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like when he's hanging off the clock, he's really only like one flight up, maybe not even that much, you know. And they've got mattresses underneath him and everything in case he falls. You know, they were just really good at setting up cameras and stuff in those days to make it look like things were way more dangerous than they were.
But he was doing those stunts with half one of his hands gone.
Oh yeah. No. I know he only had half a hand. Wow. Yeah, I get that. You know, but still, it wasn't. No, I mean, in that building, he climbs a building. And he's really doing that. There's no safety harnesses or anything. I mean, he probably only went a couple floors up, and then they went cut, and then they did it again from the same, you know. but still, he's climbing a couple floors on the outside of a real building. I mean, just. But they all did it. Keaton did it too.
Yeah.
Keaton. I mean that the famous Keaton scene where the house falls and he's standing in the window, 1 foot in any direction, and you got a dead Buster Keaton. That was not a little. That was a real whole front of a house. It wasn't like balsa wood or something.
Right. Yeah, there was an excellent Buster Keaton special. I think it's online, called Hard Act to Follow, with his last widow was interviewed, and it actually won either a Grammy or an Oscar. I don't know which one it was, because I saw Eleanor holding either a Grammy or an Oscar.
Well, there's a short. It's probably on YouTube, and if it's not, it's probably on Tubi or someplace like that, called The Rail Rodder, that Keaton made in like 65 or 66. Not very long before he died.
Yeah.
And he's doing the same stuff in that he did when he was 20.
Yeah.
He's on this thing going down a track, this motorized car that checks on the rails and stuff. And at one point, he's standing on the seat, bowled upright, right? This thing is whizzing by, nothing to hold him in, and he gets a giant map out and folds it, and it goes in front of his eyes.
Oh, yeah.
He's really doing this. And it's like, this is a 65-year-old man who's probably got cancer by then, because he had a really bad cough at that point.
Oh, yeah.
And he's really doing all this stuff. Holy crap.
Richard, I've heard the guy he's a director now. They might be related somehow. I'm really not sure.
I don't know. But of course, there's a YouTube thing out there saying like, we were just talking about, not Harold Lloyd, the other guy.
Keaton?
Keaton. Somebody's got a video out there that says Keaton was so hurt by his stuff, he didn't do any other films except, the Rail Rodder. Like obviously wrong.
No, he was in It's a Mad, 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 Mad World.
Briefly. Yeah, nobody wanted him. It wasn't that he wasn't willing to. Nobody wanted him, and he did the Rail Rodder for it's a Canadian film. He did it for the Canadian Tourism Board. It's not. It wasn't like a film that you went to a theater to see. It was
back in when I was a little kid, they used to show Candid Camera on CBS in the morning, and he did a hilarious routine on Candid Camera. Buster Keaton. It was been about 60.
He's all over 50s TV, 50s and early 60s TV. He's all over it. I mean,
well, I suppose you'd have to look up all the Harold Lloyd stuff.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I need to get some Harold Lloyd sometime. I don't have any Harold Lloyd.
Richard did the narration on the Harold Lloyd documentary.
Yeah, he also it's some excellent narration on some Laurel and Hardy films. It's on that big box set. So
was this where Keaton grabbed a water tower pipe off
went right down on a railroad.
That's in the general.
Yeah, broke his neck. Yeah. And he continued working, and he almost drowned in an episode.
Yeah, well, the general had a lot of parts where he could have died. He's sitting on a train wheel, and the train takes off. Well, have you ever seen a train wheel skip? A train wheel go.
Yeah.
If it does that with him on it, goodbye. He did that.
How he did his arm pulled out when he grabbed a passing streetcar?
Yeah. And they did. The general, they actually blew up a train. He's a model for that. When the train goes down in the general, they used a real train and real tracks and everything. Yeah. They're like, we got one shot at this, boys. So you better get it right. And the people you see jumping, are real people jumping, and he's probably one of them as an extra just to be, in
that special, they interviewed some people who were present. And they said it was somebody who went down with the locomotive, and it was a dummy, but it looked like a real person.
Yeah. No, I think there were a couple real people though.
Yeah.
But but yeah, that was a real. He's a model for that.
Yeah.
And that train was there for years before they finally got it out.
What about the rocks rolling down the hill?
That's another classic. Yeah, they had to.
A lot of those were probably, man-made rocks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But still, think about what they would have made a rock out of in the mid-20s. It still wasn't light. It wasn't as heavy as a real rock, but it's gonna hurt if it's. And he does get hit by one at one point. You do see him get hit by at least
styrofoam and everything in those days. Yeah.
Oh, they must have had styrofoam or paper mache or something.
Something like that. Yeah, I have a Blu-ray of Keaton's early shorts, and I have about a half a dozen of his later films. Yeah.
Damn, let's go to Hooterville and just grab a
Kendall cart. Yeah. Isn't that how Dick York hurt his back? He was in a cart and somebody put weight on it and it tore his back muscle or something.
I have no idea how Dick York hurt his back. So
it was probably towed anyway.
Yeah. I think that may have been. I've heard of it. He was in a movie, and he was so unbearable that he had to quit Bewitched because he has back problems. So whatever. That's what I heard somewhere.
I don't know. We'll get Rick 9G on this. He should know. He's got all the scoop on.
Yes, he'll know everything. Well, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hey, Kimba, did you see Doc's new car? What do you think of Doc's new car? Whoa.
Doc's new car. There we go. Doc's new car. There it is. The Doc's new car right there.
Yes.
The Batmobile. Grr.
That's it. Doc's new
That's
car.
it. That's it.
Grr.
Yeah. Did you guys play target practice at the town water tower?
No, but I did. Got up on an overpass and threw snowballs at passing cars. When I was in junior high school, I shouldn't have done that.
Pretty, yes.
That was a
you were one of the ones. I'll tell you a story, a car snowball story. Well, I got two, but
I was about 14.
It was Christmas morning. I remember my father's in this red sweater. My father was a t-shirt guy, blah, blah. Yeah. But he shaved for a change and he put on a nice red sweater and slacks and it's looking really nice. And we're going up and down the back streets where we lived to look at the Christmas decorations and stuff because it's Christmas. On my way to our grandmother's house for part 2 of Christmas, my mom's house. And we're halfway down this street called I think it was Dalrymple. And all of a sudden, poof, car gets hit by a snowball. Well, my father, if we're going anywhere, my father washes the car. I don't care if it's dead of winter. He's taking it to a car washer. He's going out and he's washing it in the middle of winter.
Freezing solid.
Drive anywhere with a dirty car.
Yeah.
Well, and because it snowed Christmas Eve, and so we had a good amount of snow.
Yeah, I agree.
So the car screeches to a halt. My father gets out, and you see him running. Then you see this kid, I don't know, 14, I don't know, and he's running, and my father catches him and pulverizes him. He gets back in the car, and off we go again. So kids, don't throw snowballs at cars at Christmas morning because you'll get the crap beat out of you.
Yeah.
Doesn't end well.
No, didn't end well for the kid.
No.
We didn't get caught, but the police were looking for some kids who were throwing snowballs. So it was me 50 years ago. Sorry, guys.
But I'll tell you my best snowball story. In high school, riding home from the bus, we walked to school in the morning, but we take the bus home in the winter because it was cold and we didn't want to. So we're on the bus, and these kids, the same spot every day, jump out from behind a tree and pelt the bus with snowballs every single day. Boom. So one day, my driver pulls up, opens the door, we're all getting on, and he goes, Nobody's getting on this. Nobody's getting on this bus without at least 2 snowballs each minimum, and you're gonna show them to me before you get on the bus. So we all get out. We're all making snowballs. We all got armfuls of snowballs, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all sit on the same side of the bus, of course, the passenger side of the bus. And this was great. Getting to the spot, windows down. The bus is acting like it's gonna drive past the spot, but then it veers off the road, pulls right over. The kids jump out, and here we are, like 25 kids on this bus, just pelting the crap out of these kids. It was great. It was fantastic. You didn't have to make me big, Doc. But it was fantastic. Probably the only time in the history of the world that the bus fought back, you know?
Mm-hmm. Such an epic story. I have to blow you up.
And guess what, though? The next day, those kids weren't there.
Yeah.
Well,
imagine that. Because we got them good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Never did it again.
Yeah,
there was a lot more of us than there was of them, and we had a lot of snowballs too.
Mm.
So and then of course on our way again, you know, nobody says nothing about this from the driver, you know, and we're all like, no.
No,
nobody's gonna say a word. He's like, okay, because he would have lost his job, but it was worth it.
How do you scare the paper boy? You want move? Like, what's that about? We used to scare the paper boy at the paper box down the street.
Oh,
ooh. How does that work? You throw snowballs at him too? What does that entail?
I still, to this day, I love it when we have a snowstorm because I'm retired. I don't have to go anyplace. You know, spend 30 minutes, shoveling the outside so people can get to work, and I just sit back sipping my coffee and have a good day, guys. You know?
I'm off to give blood and collapse.
No, I'm not going up there if it's icy, but you know, hey, Doc, money's money, man.
They hid behind the trees, then jumped out.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Every morning, the stinking paper boy.
Mm-hmm.
Stop that! You're scaring me. Whatever. Gosh, they're such evil little boys. Wow, what we did as youngsters, huh?
Those were the days.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey,
little kids. Yeah.
Okay.
When I did it, I was one of like a half a dozen kids. And nobody did nothing. No, we were just walking around, you know. So nobody did. And my dad, did you speak? No, not me. Okay.
You were part of a gang.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you were like
not
a boys or something.
Not a stealing malicious gang, but a walking around. Like one time, the worst thing we did, one of our grocery stores decided to go 24 hours. That was back about 73. And a bunch of us slept outside that night and decided to go to, I think it was a Humpty Dumpty store, you know. And for some reason, I decided not to go. I pretended I was asleep, you know. So the dad of the guy who we were camping saw everybody else was gone and woke me up and said, "Do you know where everybody is?" I said, "No, they just left." "Oh, okay, I'll go find them." And he went over to Humpty Dumpty and got the rest of the kids. Everybody else was grounded but me. So I don't know if I was a party pooper or, you know, everybody else was grounded, but I could still do what I needed to do. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hey, Jeff, have you ever Nicky Nine Doors?
I don't know what that is.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Well, neither do I.
Yeah, neither do I.
What the heck is Nicky Nine Doors? What's that?
Jeff was apparently part of the Oklahoma Dead End Kids.
Yeah. I used to call In town, I used to call up the beauty saloon. It's beauty salon. I used to call it beauty saloon.
You've been watching the Three Stooges again. There,
I know. Yeah.
Hmm.
Running out of something to do.
Tim, was that Big Star Grocery only in Memphis?
I don't know, but it's a southern thing. I know that, but I don't know. I think it is a chain.
Down there, they had Piggly Wigglies and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But no, there's Big Star. That's where Big Star got their name. There was a Big Star grocery store like across the street from Ardent Studios, and they needed a name and walked out, looked at the grocery store, and one day and said, "Okay, we're Big Star. All right."
Well, then it's a good thing they didn't call themselves Piggly Wiggly then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
If that's what the case was.
Big Star.
That's a cool name for a band. Piggly Wiggly. Yeah.
There's two names before that, before Chilton got there. I forget what they both are.
Here's
ring the
how
doorbell and then run.
Here's how you do
Okay.
it.
I've done that a few times. It's fun to do it in the wintertime because you get a bucket of water and pour it on their walkway, and people try to run out and
mean little bastard.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Sorry, that was a long time ago.
And I can see Jeff being part of the gang who put dog shit in a paper bag and set it on fire on somebody's doorstep.
No, not that bad. I wasn't that bad. I just
You one of these kids that went to the store and bought like a bunch of $2 bike locks and locked kids' bikes up to the pole with your lock. You one of those kids.
One of the worst things we did. We went inside Humpty Dumpty. We were all wearing long underwear.
Well, that was a good look.
Yeah.
Who are you guys supposed to be?
We're running up and down the aisles and kind of.
Yeah. Sounds pretty life-threatening there, Jeff.
Well, nobody actually fell real bad, but who was that? Bang! They set a dog out, and the dog would slide into the snow.
Oh well, dogs are.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about dogs. No, the most heinous thing we ever did was put pennies on railroad tracks to flip the trains.
Mm-hmm.
It never happened though. The trains ran right over them, flattened the pennies.
Yeah.
Oh. Dan wants to know if you put your long johns on over your clothes.
No.
No. I don't know. That still sounds like, boy, what a prank that is. Let's run around in our long underwear down the streets. Terrorize
just figuring out weird stuff to do, And we were teens by then, like 18 and 19, so.
And you're running around the streets in long underwear?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Not much to do in Oklahoma, Doc.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My dad did the burning bag of dog crap back in the 30s.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an old sucker. Remember when the air raid siren would go off?
It still does.
And they should. Yes. Of course, I used to hate when on television they would have to have the check of the emergency alert system.
Oh,
I hate it. Yeah. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. Oh no!
Right in the middle. We were right in the middle of recording something, an episode of something or other, and you have an EPS test in the middle of it.
Oh, I never had that happen. But
They were showing one evening. They were showing a Man from Uncle marathon right in the middle of an episode, EBS test. Oh no! Well, back to our show. Yeah.
That's almost as bad as the Heidi incident.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't knock over the snowman. The snowman we left alone.
They weren't all bad.
No, we weren't all bad.
You didn't have to have the parents come pick you up at the police station and drag you home by the ear. Wow.
Well, we didn't knock a snowman down, but we put a couple of the guys I was told about it. A couple of the guys put a lady's
just
bra.
didn't do anything. He was
I
just
didn't
told
do it.
about
A couple of the guys put a lady's bra on a snowman at night. You wake up in the morning and drive by, and the snowman's got a bra on it. You know, like a female snowman, snow woman.
I wasn't part of this, but when my brother came home from his first year of college, him and friend Ray and maybe one other guy went out and after midnight and would build like these really cool snow sculptures on girls they likes lawns. Okay, so nothing sinister. They'd wake up in the morning and one was a walrus. I remember the walrus. And I don't remember what the other ones were, but they did 3 or 4 of them in the night. They you know, and one day, like a week later, we get a phone call. It's my brother, or it's for my brother, and it was one of the girls, and she was wondering if tonight they could come and do some repairs on the walrus. It was melting a little bit. It was the mom. It wasn't the daughter. It was the mom. The mom liked it so much she wanted them to come back and fix it up.
Yeah,
it became popular. It was a roadside attraction.
Yeah,
for the kids.
Yep. So they did. That night they went and they fixed it up.
If it would have been done today, it would have been ended up on YouTube or TikTok. So like, get a load of this.
What all they made? I just remember the walrus, but I know there was other ones. They did 3 or 4.
Yeah, just little stuff. Nothing really bad.
You guys were little assholes, I think.
Pretty much.
No.
We didn't do anything.
I didn't do that. I wasn't even part of the snowman thing. I wasn't invited. I would have been if I was
I
invited.
was invited. Hey, you want to come and do some, like heinous stuff with us?
Yeah, that would be interesting, Dan.
Building really cool sculptures on somebody's lawn isn't heinous. It's very nice, actually.
Very nice, yes. Gets them on television. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been interesting, Dan. Yeah. Now, although I was told that the bra that was used was kind of large, so they filled the cups for the snow, so it looked like
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, Dolly Snowman, Dolly Snow Woman. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Before her time, probably.
It was 70. She was still on Porter Wagner in the 70s, I believe.
Yeah, but she may have not been a household word.
Household name, yes.
Yeah.
So that was a few years ago. They were talking about stuff that happened back in the 60s and 70s, so it's a few years ago. Yeah.
Nobody knows Porter Wagner now.
No, nobody knows who Porter Wagner was.
He did a fantastic song called "The Rubber Room." Look it up. Rubber Room.
Ooh, that's that
is the best thing Porter Wagner ever did by a mile.
They did a country and western music show, and he had slicked back Elvis hair, and he would wear one of those nudie suits, the suit with all the stuff piping and everything on it, and him and Dolly would sing duets, and he would really get real close to her and that kind of stuff. So.
I thought York fell off a horse or something.
I wouldn't know that. No.
But Tim, I went and listened to that Carnival of Light.
Yeah.
What a mess.
I know.
That is nothing. It's absolutely Revolution 9 sounds like a masterpiece compared.
Exactly. Which is why I think it's real. I really think that's it. And that's all these people have been wanting it to be released for years. Why? That's it.
It's just
nothing.
It's like as McCartney says before, well, we just thought we'd have, play anything you want, do anything you want, say anything you want, and the thing comes on and it's just a wash of noise.
Yeah, that's it. It's a wash of noise.
Like it could have been the background to a horror movie.
Yeah.
Because it was just
Yeah, some of the noises do sound like some of the noises on Revolution 9, though, which means it could be legit, or it could be somebody just kind of copying Revolution number 9. So, well, I mean, we'll never know if that's legit or not, but
there's some backward stuff on it.
It's as likely legit as not legit, I think. It's 50-50 either way.
That could have been Porter Wagoner Jr., who knows? The cover's the only intriguing thing about that. Okay. Whatever. That so-called carnival of
I personally think it's probably legit, but I don't know.
And it cuts off at the end, like premature.
It might, they just finish and that's it. I mean, it was just supposed to be played one time in an event called the Carnival of Light, so that they could say, look, the Beatles did this for us, and okay, and they did, and that's it, and it was a happening. Happenings were weekly in London at that point in time. It's just a one. Wasn't ever meant for release. It wasn't.
So everyone's going to gather around and, we're going to watch this Carnival of Light. Oh, it's got a great new song by the Beatles on it.
No, people would have been there, and there would have been a program of stuff like that, and there'd be lights flashing and a light show going on, and it would be everybody would be smoking weed, and it would just
and it wouldn't matter.
Going on.
Nice show.
What a great song this is.
That was a seed, and it's it is what it is, and it was supposed to be. And
well, if that's it, it's nothing.
I never wanted it to come out because I knew it would be, nothing. It's a big nothing,
and it is. It's nothing.
No, it's nothing.
It's a bunch of noise. Thank you very much. That's it. All right. Well, we're going to put this episode of Soup back in the can, kids. Yay!
Great show tonight, yes. Now we have a show on Sunday, and don't forget, a week from tonight.
What happens a week from tonight?
There'll be thrills, chills, and even Uncle Bill's.
Holy crap. Wow. So come on back. We're having Brian Keith on next week. You got to like that. Okay, kid.
Have a good night. Later.
Bye-bye.